Welcome, everyone, to February's Poetry Slam. Give snap and claps, warm them up. Get ready to snap and clap for your fellow writers. We have a lovely show prepared for all of you today, and we'll get right started. First on up, we will have the talented Robert St. Germain. Come on up. Woo.
I have 2 poems to share. This first one's called You're Not Helping. It's called You're Not Helping. You still think that insults will better people, when you learn, cruelty never saved anyone. Live and let live is the way to go. You're just a stupid asshole. Who cares the village idiot thinks? I thought you're just a dink. If you want everyone to be the same, then you're just a conformist. People have the right to be what they choose to be, so why not let everyone be free? You're still trying to be the man, so you can flush it down the can. Your ridicule will make me good. Shut up, yes you should. And then you're not helping.
That was a cool ending to that. I like that.
This last one's called Who's the Real Asshole? Okay, it's called... Okay, here we go. You see the way I dress and think that I'm an evil mess. You don't see the person inside, but why should I hide? You throw your stones at me, with all the shit that you believe. You take your problems out on me, but it's you that is diseased. Mine is so full of hate that you cannot escape. You think that I am an eyesore, but you're a bore. You hold on to that old bullshit. When are you ever going to quit? Your heart is black as coal. Who's the real asshole?
Wow, okay. Can't argue with that.
Alright. Next on up, we have followed up with a talented Cassandra. Come on up, Cassandra Clyde. Woo! Your throne waits for you.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reading 3 poems. The first one is called Peace. Drifting snow brings peace. Looking out at the landscape, it's hard to believe there are wars raging. At Christmas, the wish for peace is a common wish, and for a while we had it, but mankind is warlike, and it's only a matter of time before a nation decides to seize political power, and to hell with the innocents who suffer. The games of strategy make a game of lives lost. The cost of war and its weapons is justified by the idea we will be made slaves of the state if the other side wins. Children maimed and killed is an acceptable loss. The weapons increase in severity as the war goes on. The Cold War was long over, but now the threat of nuclear war is a reality again. The final irony, the war is a sacrifice of lives to set us free, but could wipe out all of humanity. People give thanks for peace, but a common belief is that it only got this way because of war, and soldiers are martyrs who secured our freedom. There is some merit to this idea, but it's sad that the sacrifice must be so great, and we must have so many casualties to contemplate. Rest in peace, we say about the dead, but what about the living who are injured, body and soul? This next one is called Joyful Love. I've been in a lot of pain and felt my life was going down the drain. You blush and I feel so much joyful love. The Christmas season blooms like poinsettias all around us. Snow softly piles up past our ankles. Carols play on television and the radio. The thought of you behind the corner of everywhere I go. The nights come early now and I don't know how to express my gratitude for finding you and walking right into the bright sunlight. The winter has a split personality, freezing, biting cold, a cavernous hunger to stifle non-Arctic life forms, a white wilderness that we barely survive, a festival of loneliness for those without kin of any kind. Then there's another side, a warm winter's day for winter sports or play. Deers, rabbits, even polar bears grace the landscape, and there is excitement in anticipation of the holidays. Relaxation and happiness for the family and friends around us. Reflection on the blessings we have had to make the experience not so bad. Shoveling and trudging, boughs break, laden with snow, and freezing winds blow. Still, I love the feeling of coming home. Once I felt trapped, but your love is a star to follow. These winter nights hold more than self-pity. I no longer feel isolated in this city, cold as it may be. Thank you. This last one is called Reflection. Another year older, and I stare at my reflection. Thoughts about getting older, fear of what the future holds, and appreciation of the many blessings I currently have. I used to have a fear of death, but now I look forward to meeting the loved ones I have lost. And even if the afterlife is an illusion, I know I've lived my life to the fullest. I can accept my cessation, knowing it is the way of all existence, eternal and inevitable, and I await the end with patience. Another birthday, another step on the ladder to heaven. And I'm so grateful for the chances I've been given. Chances to love, to live, to think freely, and express my ideas, to be creative and connect with the creative energy of others. Uncovering insights gained from what I have suffered, I become versed in wisdom through my struggles to recover. Another year accomplished, an opportunity to celebrate coming this far and becoming who you are. Sometimes it's been an endless seeming march, longing for rest, even if it's death where I find it. Then again, there has been true joy, gladness to be alive, a realization that it might be worth it after all. Into the emptiness I have called, desperate for redemption the farther I fall. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have James Adamson. James Adamson, welcome. You're thrown away.
Hi, I'm James Adamson. I got a few poems here today. Putting on my glasses, I don't know if I need them, but I might. Okay, so this one's called Fish. And all my poems with the glory of God and to Gwyneth with love. When you can see a person's vulnerability, all you have to do is tell them they have guilt. They're only successful because they don't know any better. The only reason for contempt is maybe they're way ahead of you. And hatred is your problem. Amphibians isn't really the issue. It's about admitting there's something more important than you're aware of. Go ahead and inhale your food, pour the grape juice all over you. The fool is a wild card because you don't know what's next. Standing on top of a skyscraper, having a brain the size of a pea, the bullseye is so small you can't hit it. You need to believe it's a matter of time. Probability means it's got to happen sometime, even though probability isn't the same as reality. You can't turn your attention to your own business. You fixate on waiting for the other shoe to drop. While buildings rise and civilizations won't pay attention to your complaints. The crazed and fevered mind yells and points, "He's a fish." Some people have seen it all before. Most people accept that life is beyond us. Grabbing at straws, some insist that it's obvious because no one listens. The fish goes bar hopping and dances up a storm. Maybe it drinks too much. Getting drunk takes a lot. Tequila isn't the issue. He dances a slow dance with a beautiful woman. Frustration turns to envy. He's so slippery you're sure it's over, but he thinks of something else. You look straight at him and his scales are a mottled pattern like a trout. His eyes are on the side of his head. He opens and closes his mouth so his gills move. When he talks, his voice is muffled. His fins seem to hold his Scotch whiskey glass. Is it possible you're the one who can't see? You laugh because of the tension that you're the one who's different, possibly. All your friends are friends because of mutual contempt. He's been out of the water his whole life. He's got a great job and a good place to live. People are friendly to him. Sometimes he wonders if things are going to catch up with him. He thinks maybe he's a fraud, but then he can't waste his energy. He doesn't hide anything from anyone as far as he knows. People say that everyone worries they're in over their head. He's so obvious, everyone lets him see their cards. They see he's got something going on. He saw a psychiatrist for years. All he learned was that no one is going to help. He hangs in the balance to give it a shot, so he could tell everyone that. Why worry about people who want him to suffer just for being him? Watching him flop around on the dance floor like it couldn't be more obvious, but he gets up after breakdancing and everyone applauds. Is he on the cusp of the discussion? Can anyone be more obvious? Just by living his life, those of hatred can't see their walls fall down around them. If he deserves contempt, why wouldn't love and forgiveness reveal that? But then your distraction isn't hating him. Embroiling yourself in his life offers so much alliance with others and absorption in your thoughts. You see everything's coming a mile away, but everyone says live and let live. That hatred as a commitment means you have a problem with hatred, not the object of your contempt. All he's doing is heaving his gills open and closed, hoping the latest breeze runs some oxygen through. Then suddenly you find yourself looking through a window and a door. You can hear the ventilation. You don't know how long you've been alone, surrounded in lies that your friends promote. Even God and the Bible are lies and liars. Everything that doesn't work for you and yours form insincerity as the goal. Then things dart this way and that. Maybe it means you have a soul. He jumps out of the water and shuffles and bumps himself along, gets on the table for dinner, and you're sure where it belongs, so that your value can't be taught. It is intrinsic, as if walking across a room makes it clear what you have seen and what you are. And this one's called Helen. She runs the kitchen over at Clubhouse. From the depths of coming to the surface, air becoming breaths, love becoming talk and words becoming integrity, she walks through the world seeing a chance. She sees her mistakes deep in the geological past. Layers of honesty and care have turned it into diamonds. Patience is in watching quick moving hands. Just talking becomes a dance. It's like a whole new world that lives because she got out of the car. Covered in glass is a lie. The beating heart of a good meal moves like the planet. Every good little story changes everything. Stepping up some stairs can surprise a hopeful soul. She disappears in a beautiful breeze, manifesting as a smile of random kindness, of hope in a growing plant. Cities are rejuvenated one brick at a time. One mouse or rat of a sudden forest at our every move, of a sudden clamoring world of wildlife. The kitchen is being watched by everyone. Who's kidding? There are no secrets. Everyone can see what you're about. When hope is kindled, it can't be hidden. Tomorrow is intimacy in a common expression. Walls come alive like waterfalls. Her gruff voice is hers. Her body is beautiful and it's hers. She runs away from her past, yet only towards a chance to share it. Her every expression is a platform of a living hand. Gray hair and wrinkles are a fact of pride, grabbing at a chance to be resurrected, to show her beauty and to say, this is for you. Health concerns pull at her heart, just one more day to say, you're loved. She wonders if she's appreciated, if no one remembers. She's the soul of a breeze. Even God remembers those written out of the book of life. She moves through everywhere, graceful as saying a leaf on the air. Graceful as saving a leaf on the air. She knows that intelligence is only real when it is held in the heart. A mere cloth is a prize. It is for the heart, the greatest badge of honor. That which clings the world is a rose that stopped a bullet. I have never seen her standing still. She always takes a step closer. She takes sides with fragile moments. She sits in a chair like it holds her too much. How does she move against the wind? Like a deer knows a predator downwind. Dogs can smell cancer. The world holds wonders teaching religion. Tomorrow she will be a girl again, even yesterday. In heaven she will be an old lady with children clamoring at her skirt, and she'll be a small girl reaching for a treat. Because adults laugh and smile at innocence. How can she stand there with her apron? Walls of deception fall. Homes will stand even more. Houses bring people together. Families know only to love through God. Slight arguments die in the slightest expression. Her face folds up like a muppet. Miss Piggy's purse is full of fluff, and Kermie is just fine. Everything is fine because wolves are lies, and houses are made of bricks. Evil is never a wolf, that is a lie, and the whole world knows that nature never lies. And lies are such clear mistakes that kitchens welcome visitors like a child so small. Suddenly the breeze becomes the greatest power, waiting to disappear again, and stand there hoping the most embarrassing truth becomes the greatest city, because we have found a meeting place. Yay. And this one is, I wrote for today. The other two were earlier on last month. This one's called Churches. Spines straight and still, eyes as blank as a cult, small buildings on the fields, huge modern things with glass, old beautiful buildings cherished. It is the small things that make you look up, the cloth of the seating or the wood with no cushion. It is possible so far from you but so close, throwing words around to see if family is there, lowering your guard, lies dying, a manipulative breath, new friends seeing beyond yesterday. Yesterday of a different kind falls deep into the past. Countries and governments are a metaphorical influence. Power plays die to laughter. Strength is in caring how things are put. How do we get a friend to sit beside us, to actually see the strength and weakness? When ego falls away to knowing you tried to love. Children steadfast in their understanding. When a child suddenly finds strength, independence in the halls and aisles, in the house and in the auditorium, as even crows land on rafters, nature grows into the structure and grasses the carpet, doves cast a light through stained glass windows, when somehow a person is in an unknown light. Sparrows and swallows clatter about, bears and wolves and deer, our hearts beat with a deepness, with a depth that forces evil to watch its own demise. Gargoyles alive suddenly, as if a wind blew through your mind, and a forest at the same time. The community lives on the cusp. What view is out your window? Can you even look? And then suddenly you are suddenly shaking hands. And when children laugh, there is respect. Everything around you is made of the past, for the future, celebrated by stiff-necked people now dancing and shaking their heads in rhythm. Some churches give off an incandescent glow, others a blue shaft of light shoots upward, or maybe it's a combination. As unity is wherever anyone finds comfort and honor. We ache for others, we fall victim to hate. Yet like our hands always at work, all your hope moves like the absence of definition between spirit and spirit. When the whole world changes with a step, everyone runs to hope and love, and we can and will give a chance. We can and will give a place to go when you need to believe it's not just yourself you defend. Yay. Thank you.
Finally, to close off our poetry slam today, we have the one and only Mama C. Come on, grace us with your presence.
Do you understand the mystery, the misery that it doesn't have to be? The absence of 500 years of history, never explained. Where's the documentary that is officially making of my history? Someone else describes my 500 years, a trajectory of my destiny that has, after 500 years, succeeded in giving me invisibility. Who are and where am I from? Is the tries to validate that we have in our authenticity. My mother, my father, my grandfather, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and father, Cromwell, Clemens, Bright, and Broadfoot. English, Irish, French, Mohawk, and Cree. Is this the last that accentuates my validity as part of my history? Black woman, black ancestry, still not connected to a pillar in this country's history. Under the flagstones in Buxton are hidden all the secrets and unknowns that have been written. Still not recognized as a Canadian. How long, how far our history will be hidden. I'm a Scotian I'm from the Nova Scotia, a Scotian on the extreme east coast. I'm a black Mohawk and Cree, a woman, a leader, a mother, an auntie, an elder. I am proud to be. I will acknowledge Black History Month. See and say you'll know my history, my yesterday and my tomorrow, because you will know my today.
I'm always looking forward to what Monty has to say.
Thank you all as well for sharing for the Poetry Slam today. Give yourself a round of snaps and claps. Snaps, claps, any of the above. The best move.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Enjoy. Same time, same place. Next week.